Hello, I'm Aidan Berman. Today is day 5 of Temple Emanu-El's Elul project, and I'm here to explore the theme of forming good habits. In these past few months, and especially during the long months of quarantine, I, like many others, have engaged in some rather unhealthy habits, staying up until 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning, waking up 3 minutes before a Zoom call, putting off exercise to continue and watch another episode of a Netflix show that I'm binge watching, eating meals at beyond random hours. The list goes on, and truly you get the point. It's acceptable to act differently during such a bizarre time, but it's also crucial to not forego all the healthy habits we once all had, and it's equally as crucial to keep forming new healthy practices. So here are some things that I've learned about forming good habits. Number 1, set a goal for yourself that you'd like to achieve and determine the habits that you'll need to attain it. Having a goal for yourself is the motivation that you'll need to carry on with your good habit when you're on the verge of quitting or giving up. Number 2, make your goals realistic and not overbearing. I think we all too often will make a New Year's resolution list and never stick true to whatever's on that list because, quite frankly, we ask too much of ourselves. So rather, we should set goals and expectations that fit in with our daily schedules, and we should take our time in fulfilling them because a good habit just doesn't form overnight. Number 3, you need to be your own incentive to stick true to that habit. Don't do something just because your parents, siblings, neighbors, or boss wants you to. Do it because you genuinely want to. And lastly, number 4, stay positive and treat yourself when you succeed. At points, you may fall back to your past bad habit, and that's because a bad habit feels good. It brings you pleasure and happiness. So that's why it's essential to reward yourself when you stay on track with a healthy habit to ensure you get the same level of satisfaction. Forming good habits is heavily looked upon in the Torah. Deuteronomy 6:18 says, V'asita hayasher ve'atov b'nei Adonai. Do what is right and good in the sight of Adonai. Inspiring Nachmanides to comment, it is impossible to mention in the Torah all human contact with neighbors and friends, all business transactions, all the institutions of community, and all the nations. Rather, after having mentioned a number of them, such as, do not go about as a talebearer, do not take vengeance or bear a grudge, do not stand idly by your neighbor's blood, do not curse the deaf, stand before the aged, and others like them, Torah goes back to say, in a general way, that one should do the good and the straight in all matters. Torah's goal is not merely to inculcate a law-abiding citizen, but to train a God-inspired soul. So how will you go about doing the good and straight in all matters? I know that I will definitely try to in the coming months. Even though I'm supposed to return to school this fall, 3 days a week will still be spent on a computer. So I'm going to try to take breaks and get outside as much as possible, go on a walk or a hike or simply on a drive with no destination in sight. It's also college application season for me, and frankly, the whole process stresses me out a little bit. So I'm going to try to break it up into small, achievable steps, plan my time accordingly, and get ahead of things. Those are some of the many good habits that I hope to engage in this coming year, and I hope you will find yours too. To end, I'd like to share this quote. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Thank you.